What's up, my friends? It's Tuesday. As always, thank you for listening to Headbangers and Hooligans. It's yours truly, Scummalicious. And yes, we're going back to my favorite place, Hollywood, for my best of the decade in movies, TV, and like all my best of lists, they're going to be totally unique from everybody else's. And when it comes to movies, let's be honest, there are so many that come out. Can't keep up with them all. At least I can't. And we're not just talking at the movie theaters now. Now you got all the straight to DVD movies they make. All the streaming services make their own movies now. So when you hear this list, trust me, there's going to be a lot of movies that you're going to say, how in the fuck could he leave that movie out? Well, maybe I didn't see it because there's a lot of movies that I skipped. A lot of people tell me about. I just forget about them. It really is. It's hard to keep up with all of them. And this list isn't like a top 20 or top 15 romantic comedies, top 20 dramas, top 15 suspense movies. It's nothing like that. It's just movies I remember. I did come up with a tiny little group of horror movies because I like horror movies. But it's just a list of my favorite movies and shows of the decade. So let's do this. Let's get right into it. And I'm going to start off with Bridesmaids. Yes, that Bridesmaids. And this is the last movie that me and my mom watched together last year. Yeah. Wow. Sorry. She laughed so hard during that movie. I did too. But it was like the third or fourth time I watched it. I knew she'd love it. And trust me, to me, this is what I think. That Bridesmaids is the female version for The Hangover. Kind of. That's what I think. Different storyline, but you know what I mean. And Kristen Wiig is so fucking funny in that movie. I don't care. And even as a guy, you can laugh at this fucking movie. Is it hilarious? Especially the part where she's on the airplane. Helen gives her the pill, and she's like, "Oh, you're so... what's up with you?" Her friend's sitting in the seat. Kristen Wiig's like, I just calls there, whatever stove. My name is Steve. But come on, that movie is hilarious. And Melissa McCarthy is actually pretty funny in that. She can wear on me at times in certain movies anymore, but she's really good in that too. I mean, I don't care. As a dude, you can laugh at that movie. Come on, Bridesmaids. Mad Max. Jeez. Come on, Scummalicious. Mad Max, Fury Road, Tom Hardy. And what's crazy about that movie is the non-stop fucking action in that movie. There's a few little breathers here and there, but that is just balls to the fucking wall. And you have to love the fact that they brought back the original bad guy that was from the original Mad Max. We're talking clear back in fucking 79, the guy that gets his fucking face ripped off. What a blast of fun that movie was. And I love the fact that they picked Tom Hardy to be Max. I thought he fit the role perfectly. And I've seen a lot of people say, well, this really shouldn't be Mad Max Fury Road. It should be Charlize Theron's movie because she's the main character in it. I don't know. I think they kind of share the movie together. That's my opinion. And just the stunts in that. And it really is like the old school Mad Max Road Warrior movies. They don't use a ton of CGI. There's still CGI in it, but they still use all them fucking crazy guys driving and jumping on fucking moving vehicles and the guitar guy playing the guitar. Weeble wobbing back and forth. It's just... what a great fucking movie. You cannot get bored watching that movie. If you fall asleep during that movie, There's something fucking wrong with you. This is a little unknown movie, Hell or High Water. If you haven't seen this movie, please watch it. Jeff Bridges is a cop in it. They're in Texas. These two brothers are robbing banks. Chris Pine, and I can't remember the other guy's name. He's really good in it. His brother plays his brother in there. And there's a reason why they're robbing these banks. Jeff Bridges. How... Like, that guy literally has played every role under the fucking sun. But it's funny. It's got a really good plot. Like, the reason that these guys are robbing these banks, it's you do root for them. And of course, everybody in Texas has guns, so even the people that aren't cops are shooting at them. It's a blast, and really enjoyed this movie. And a lot of people still don't know it. The best scene in this, though, is when Chris Pine comes out of a gas station and beats the fuck out of this kid that's in this fucking hot rod car. He's talking shit to his brother. You got a problem, motherfucker? Chris Pine comes out and just beats the fuck out of this kid and pistol whips his ass. Some stupid fucking band's playing. I think it's Amir. Yeah, Amir is in Hell or High Water on the soundtrack. Great movie, though. Just a fucking great movie. If you haven't seen it, rent it. It's worth your time. Another one is Whiplash. That's the one with Miles Teller, who's the drum prodigy, and J.K. Simmons, that bald guy that's in all the insurance commercials. I think he played in the Spider-Man movies as Peter Parker's boss or whatever. He is such a cocksucker in that movie as a teacher. And that Miles Teller, who, by the way, is really good in this movie. And I gotta tell you, I've seen him in a lot of other movies, and I don't know if I really like him other than this movie. I'm not hating on the guy. I'm just saying there's been like 2 or 3 movies where I was like, I don't know. But he's fucking good in this. And I love the ending of this just because of all the shit he goes through to, like, get acceptance from this teacher who is just a total cocksucker. You just want to rip this fucking guy's head off and shit down his fucking neck. And then fuck his wife while you make him watch. He is that big of a prick. But what a great movie. Next movie. Hacksaw Ridge. Andrew Garfield. True story. This fucking guy, unbelievable. Didn't believe in killing people. Did not fire one bullet. He was a medical doctor. And this fucking guy, this movie is incredible. Even if you're sick of war movies and all that shit, which I understand. And it's World War II. Oh my God. I believe it's World War II. Don't quote me on that. Okay? Pretty sure it is. Anyway. All these guys that get shot while they, coming off this beach or whatever, and he like drags them to safety one by one. And during basic training, he would refuse to fire his gun and stuff. He had to go in front of, they had a court thing for him, and his dad had to come and speak for him. And a lot of these other soldiers are like, man, fuck this fucking guy. But they gained so much respect for him for what he stands for. And it's an amazing fucking movie. Like, this guy, true story. Like, all the guys that he saved or tried to save in the field of battle. Unbelievable. This is a true fucking war hero. And, yeah, blew me away when I watched it. All right, The Nice Guys. It's got my boy in it. The guy that everyone calls my My brother says, geez, you look just like him. Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe were the detectives in the 70s. This fucking movie is hilarious. It's a great fucking movie. It really surprised me because I did not think I'd like it that much. I really didn't. Ryan Gosling is really funny in it. He's a drunk. He's horrible at his job as a private investigator. And him and Russell Crowe are investigating this porn star gets murdered, and they start investigating it. And he's just terrible at his job, and his daughter. It's just him and his daughter, and she can kind of, like, in the movie, she can kind of get annoying sometimes, but she's still okay. She's still tolerable. But so funny that, they run into this kid who takes him to this burnt house where they burnt this whole house where this chick had lived, and the kid's like, well, this one guy talked to me about being in pornos and said I should want to be in a movie because I got a big dick. And Ryan Gosling's looking at this kid. This kid's like 11 or 12 or something like that, maybe 13. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, I got a big dick. You want to see my dick? And he's like, no. It's just funny. Great movie, though. I fucking awesome. My son's got it on DVD. Or, excuse me, Blu-ray. Wind River. Really check it out. The guy that made Wind River is the same guy that made Hell or High Water. I'm really liking this guy. Out in the cold. Indians. And they're investigating this Indian lady. And there is a fucking stat at the end of that movie about missing Indians that'll blow you away. And, no one gives a fuck. Put them out on this reservation. Here, we took your whole fucking country, but we'll give you this little piece of land. Good luck. Yeah, I'm going to battle for Indians because they did get fucked. And it's tough to watch in a couple spots. It really is. The dude that plays the Punisher's in it, and he actually plays a pretty cool guy in it. Plays the Indian girl's boyfriend. But it's still a really good movie. Jeremy Renner is the main guy in it. Yeah. What is he? Is that Hawkeye from the Avengers? Right? The John Wick trilogy. All three of them. Fucking great, simple-ass movies that kick ass. Seriously. Just action movies, and maybe the plots are a little ridiculous, but who cares? It's okay to have movies that are just fun where you don't have to think. And Keanu Reeves. Wow. To think that was the same guy that was in Bill and Ted. Think about his career. Pretty cool. Okay, this one I always wow, I can't even talk right. I always mess it up though. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. That was pretty cool. Came out like last year or the year before. That's a great fucking movie. Woody Harrelson, who I like in everything. Sam Rockwell, Frances McDormand, her daughter. She buys a billboard because she thinks the police aren't fucking investigating her daughter's murder, and Sam Rockwell's this racist asshole, and he actually ends up helping the mom at the end. Good movie. You can't go wrong with it. You can't. I mean, Woody Harrelson. There's another guy. The fucking dude's a legend. If you don't like Woody Harrelson, then you're a fucking communist. Can I even say that anymore? I don't know. Well, I just did. Sicario. That's another one. The dude, Emily Blunt's in it. The first one. The second one was okay. The first one, where, what's his name? Del Toro. I ain't going to do this first name because I'll trash it. Not the director guy, the actor. And he's basically a hitman, and he works with Josh Brolin and, the drug cartels. That movie is so realistic, man. And I'm telling you, the guy that made that movie might be the same guy that made Wind River and Hell or High Water. Don't quote me on that, but I think he's involved with it. That dude is fucking major. Can I say that? That dude is epic. But anyway, I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Can't remember it off the top of my head. Excuse me. But Sicario, there's a scene in there where he shoots basically goes after the guy that killed his family. Fucking sneaks up on him. They're all eating dinner, and he fucking shoots the kids first. Just ruthless shit. And Emily Blunt's pretty good in this too. And the guy that was in Get Out is in this. He's got a kind of a minor role. He works with Emily Blunt. But yeah, this is real life shit here. Drug cartels. And they don't fuck around. And kind of scary, actually. And then the last one before I talk about horror movies is Bad Times at the El Royale. Now this is the newest movie I have seen. Boy, am I having a hard time talking or what? It's weird with all the like it'll stop and then go back, and it does that probably a little too much, but I still like the movie. I like the way they set it up. That fucking, the hotel split, half of it's in California, half of it's in Nevada. It's cool. And of course the hotel clerk, you think he's a weirdo, and then you realize at the end there's a reason why he's the way he is. The black woman who, not gonna lie, it's kind of cute. What a singer. And Jeff Bridges again, playing a preacher. He's really not a preacher, but just another great performance by him. I really like that movie. And Chris Hemsworth playing a fucking psycho, and he does a really good job. That's a good movie. So, but yeah, I just touch up on some horror movies. Get Out. How could you not love that movie? Who could forget that movie? And what's that guy's name? Daniel Kaluuya? Yeah. Really good in that. I mean, that movie is crazy, where the white people are still in the and living in black people's bodies. Who was it? Jordan Peele, right? That made that. What a unique movie. That's a movie you watch and you're just not expecting it for it to be that good. Well, I wasn't, because people were talking about it. I thought, okay, I'll watch it and I'll hate it. No, it was that good. And I love his buddy in that that's watching his dog. It's a great movie. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Did you see that one? Where John Goodman plays a fucking nut job. Holy fucking shit. What a nut job. They're trapped in that bunker, but the whole reason that he actually did that is because he's missing his daughter, but he's still a psycho, and he kind of wants her to replace his daughter, but he can't do it that way. But she's like, but everything he said was right. Like, it's a fucking alien war zone out there. Got the weird big ship at the end there to try to suck her in, and she throws that Molotov cocktail up there, and it was pretty cool. It sucked that he killed that fucking dude that was down there with her, though. Like, she looks in that thing of acid and sees his body in there. So yeah, he was a psycho, but he was really creepy and good in that movie. The Crazies. The reason I picked The Crazies with Timothy Olyphant was filmed here in Iowa, Cedar Rapids, bitches. That's right. It's our claim to fame. Besides Corn and the Basic Skills Test, we've got the movie The Crazies that was made here. And it's fun. It's a fun zombie movie. And it's the crazy zombies. It's not the ones that move 5 miles, not 5 miles, like, take a step every 10 seconds. It's the fast ones that are going to come and fucking eat you and kill you. The Conjuring. The second one was pretty decent, but that first one, and I know it's just a bunch of jump scares, but they're pretty fucking good. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be that good, but I remember the first time I watched it, I jumped a couple times. And I usually don't get scared. I was like, oh, fuck. They got me on that one. Especially the one where she's backing up the steps, and then she comes up by the door, and those hands clap by her head. I was like, ah! But yeah, that's pretty good. I like The Conjuring. Evil Dead, the remake. It's definitely not as good as the originals, but it's still pretty fucking good. They really tried to make it a lot gorier. And I love the fact that the car is in there. The old Ash car that he drove in the originals is in there, and you know they do the drive, and they make it. They add new elements to it, but they still kind of keep to the same storyline. But once again, there's always a fucking idiot. Like, ooh, why don't I open this book and read this book that's fucking got barbed wire wrapped around it? It's got some satanic fucking shit written all over it. Yes, that look. Oh, he's some stupid motherfucker. But you know what? If you didn't have anybody stupid, we wouldn't have 96% of the horror movies that we have. So, Green Room. That's the other one. Holy shit. If you haven't seen that motherfucker, watch it. With the punk band, and they play this fucking show with a bunch of skinheads, and it's just fucking insane. It's a gory motherfucker too. He gets his fucking arm about half of his hand hacked off. Fucking these dogs just chew the fuck out of this dude's neck. But I like the ending of it because they get the motherfuckers. Fuck them skinheads, douchebags. And that's it for the movies. I think you guys know what my favorite TV shows are. I like Ozark. I thought that was pretty good. I'm waiting for season 3. Of course, Stranger Things. Who doesn't love that show? Even people that didn't grow up in the 80s love that show. It's a cool show. And if you don't like it, well then, poo-hoo on you. And I love the True Detective shows. If you haven't seen those on HBO, do me a favor, take your time and watch those. Fucking awesome. Seriously, great. The first season, awesome, with Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. They're such a great duo because they're so opposite of each other. I even like the second one. Now, the second season, not that great. And of course, True Detective, it's a different story each season. It's different people. I loved Colin Farrell, where he beats the fuck out of the bully's dad. And fucking puts on brass knuckles. It's fucking awesome. One of the best scenes in any show I've ever seen in my life. And the third season, and I can't remember the black guy's name, is amazing in True Detective season 3. He's got PTSD. That is that's just a great show. You can't go wrong with that show. And of course, and I don't care, you can hate on me all you want, all you fucking petition, refilm season 8. Game of Thrones still trumps everything in my book for shows. I know there's a ton. I haven't seen Breaking Bad. I'm sorry, I haven't. I haven't. Maybe I will. I hear, I watched like 4 or 5 episodes. I just couldn't get into it. I'm not saying it's bad, guys. Just give me time. I'll try to watch it again. But Game of Thrones, man. Like, we've heard about it ad nauseum. I know season 8, I was okay with it. Just had never seen anything like that. And then I seen this thing, okay, The Witcher, that's the Netflix series. They're like, oh my God, the fights on, this is what a couple reviewers said, the fights on The Witcher make Game of Thrones look B-budget. Oh, shut the fuck up. Really? Just because you're mad about season 8 doesn't erase the whole greatness of that show. Battle of the Bastards from season 6 is still the greatest fucking thing I have ever watched. I can't believe how they filmed that. Or, I mean, I can't believe how realistic they made that look, and how did they film that? Unfucking believable. So, there you go. That's my favorite of Hollywood for the decade. And I get it. I left out a lot of shit that other people would say, what the fuck? Really? But these are the ones that stuck out to me. That's the best of my decade. All right. So there's our little tour through Hollywood for a few minutes. And hopefully you're entertained as always. All right. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And as always, take it easy. And if it's easy, take it twice. I'm out.